Hello, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome back to the Charles in Charge Cowboys Sports Report. It is Friday night. The date is June 16th, 2023, about 10:45 p.m. Central Time, my time. If you are just tuning in and you have not subscribed to this new and growing channel, please hit that red subscribe button. It will be an investment on your part. When I reach 1,000 subscribers, I'll be able to put back into the channel, get a mic, studio equipment, sound bites, a desktop just for this, for graphics and film, and all the 9 yards to go with what I got up here, 30 years with this team and playing this game my entire youth. I'm at 328 right now. My goal is to get to 1,000 by week 1, September 10th. I reach that goal by the regular season. I'll have a call-in line also, just like Law Nation does. So you can call in before, after games, agree with me, disagree with me, or we could just agree to disagree and vent and be heard, because we all want to be heard, especially DC Nation. We're all brothers and sisters that bleed the same blood, silver and blue. Help me reach that 1,000 subscriber mark. I cannot do it with y'all's help. Every video I give y'all will be 100. I will not do nothing half-assed. I guarantee you that. This is the offensive line can and most likely will make or break this season with the roster that we have. And I'm going to break it down for you in a very simplistic way. But real quick, on the count of three, this seems to work for Mike Fisher. On the count of three, guys, while you're watching this, it's free. On the count of three, everybody press the red subscribe button, if you will. 1, 2, 3, boom, hit it. If you did it, you're a real one. I appreciate you. I love you. On 3, if we hit the like button, 1, 2, 3, boom, hit the like. If you did, you're a real one. I love you and appreciate you for it. Now let's get into this. Offensive line is really the only position group on this team that has question marks. What Jerry Jones has said to the media really makes no sense at all when he says, Tyron Steele is an excellent swing tackle or, could possibly be a great left guard when he was a top 5 right tackle last season. Just had to tear his ACL and MCL with 4 games to go in the regular season. Horrible timing to lose that caliber of a right tackle. Our run game ran off the right side of the line. If you noticed, the majority of our best runs were on that right side with Zach Martin and Tyron Steele. So, the best 5 right now is projected to be Tyron Smith will be at left tackle, where he's been his 12 years in this league. Well, first year was right tackle, but and he is still, even after he was drafted in 2011, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, even going into his 13th season, being 32 years old, he is still a top 5 left tackle. After all the injuries that he's had, and going into year 13, he is still, he's not the number 1 left tackle that he once was. He's still a top 5 left tackle. His problem, as we all know, is staying healthy. Projected lineup right now is Ty Smith at left tackle. Kick the kid in, Tyler at left guard. He could play both. I think he could be an excellent left guard, as he was left tackle last year. Ash, who has been getting better every year, going into his contract here this year, year 4. He shows out this year. He knows he's going to get paid, just like Connor Williams and Connor McGovern. Zach Martin and Tyron Steele at right tackle, hoping that he is ready for week 1. Now, that starting 5 really puts the spotlight on Matt Waletsko, Asim Richards, or Chuma Doga to be a quality swing tackle. Because we know that Ty Smith, the last time he had a full season without missing a game, 2015. 2015 was the last year he did not miss a game. Matt Waletsko, 5th round pick last season. All our 5th round picks hit. We lost one of them to Washington. But the Vanilla Gorilla was very good last year for them in the interior defensive line. We all know what Deron Bland did when Lewis went down. And when Damone Clark came back from injury, man, looked like he was on a mission. And I think he'll be linebacker 1 by season's end, surpassing the Wolf Hunter. The man is that good. And we seem to have 5th round talent. I mean, in the 5th round, we seem to hit. So if Matt Waletsko, who got hurt in the offseason last year, who did not get to play last season, at 6'8", about 310 pounds, can be a very good swing tackle for us. Quality guy that can step in and you're not worried about, is he going to pull a 2017, the guy who will live in infamy forever, who let up 7 sacks against Adrian Claiborne. Y'all know what I'm talking about. Oh my God, the worst left tackle performance I've ever seen. If Matt Waletsko or maybe the rookie Asim Richards or Chuma Doga could be a quality swing tackle, that starting 5 could work. It could be very effective, especially in the run game. We'll just have to see about that. So, 2015 was the last time Tyron Smith had a perfect season. Didn't miss a game. 2016, he missed 3. And started going on a trend there. 2016, he missed 3. He had knee problem, back problem, groin problem, hip problem. 2018, he misses 3. 2019, he misses 3. In 2020, when the whole offensive line missed the entire season just about, he was having some neck problems. So October 9th, he chose to forego the rest of the season and get neck surgery to fix it. 2021, he misses 6 games. Week 9, Week 10, 11, 12, 15, and 16. So he played 11 of the 17 regular season games in 2021 and played in the postseason. Last year, as we know, in training camp, his hamstring comes off the bone. Everybody, including I, thought he was finished, done. I mean, never going to lace him up again. That happened August 22nd, and he was back ready to play in game shape December 17th. Less than 4 months later, he was back. And he was back in perfect timing because, week 14, Steele goes down. And then week 15, Ty Smith is, I'm ready to go. Plugs him in at right tackle. So in 2021, even though he missed 6 games, he still made the Pro Bowl. Which means he played pretty well. The big question mark, if we're going to go this route, is can Tyron Smith play at least, out of the 17 games, can he play at least 12? If he can play at least 12 games, and the entire postseason, of course, and Matt Waletsko, Aduga, or Richards can step in at left tackle and play at a high enough level to where we do not lose, then that starting 5 can be a menacing one. And if week 1, Tyron Steele is not ready, and Matt Waletsko, Asim Richard, or Chuma Duga steps in as swing tackle and plays good on the right side, that the swing tackle position has never been more important than it has this season. Because I'm going to break down the 6 different potential offensive line lineups that we can have. But it's very important because these 2 defensive lines are the ones that are going to be the ones that we have to get past to get where we want to go. Philadelphia's defensive line. Depth chart, starting 4. On first down, left defensive end, Brandon Graham. Defensive tackle, Jordan Davis. Defensive tackle, Fletcher Cox. Right defensive end, Josh Sweat. The second rotation, left end, Hassan Reddick. Defensive tackle, Jalen Carter. Defensive tackle, Milton Williams. And right defensive end, Nolan Smith. San Francisco's defensive line, left tackle, Drake Jackson. Defensive tackle, Javon Hargrave. Defensive tackle, Eric Armstead. Right defensive end, Nick Bosa. The second line, left end, Kerry Hyder Jr., who is pretty good defensive end. Defensive tackle, Javon Kinlaw. Defensive tackle, Kevin Givens. And right defensive end, Cleveland Farrell, who was defensive tackle with the Raiders, is at right end now. And with San Fran, it's not just that defensive line, it's those 2 linebackers behind him also, with Greenlaw and Fred Warner. That makes that front 7 very stout and very, very tough to run against and pass block against. Those 2 teams' defensive lines are going to be the toughest defensive lines we play all season. Better than any AFC's defensive lines. Better than anybody in our division. I mean, going, Giants and Redskins, or anybody in the NFC. So, Chuma Edoga, we brought him in, right, as a depth piece. Little fun fact, if you didn't know, that 2019, the Jets, they didn't want to risk another pick going by and him getting snatched up. So they traded up 1 spot from 94 to 93 overall to grab Chuma because he was a standout at South Carolina. And he can play all 4 positions opposed to center. He can play left tackle, left guard, right tackle. And he said, quote, "I'm just ready to play wherever the coaches put me. Whether it's offensive guard, offensive tackle, right now it's early in the process, so I'm accepting my role and playing wherever I need to play." So he is swing guard and tackle. Basically. 2019, he's got 4 years of experience. Hasn't done much though. The Jets, saw him as a very coveted player. Took him early in the 3rd round. He has yet to shine. Maybe he just hasn't hit the right system. Then Asim Richards, we take in round 5 this year. 5th round picks hit. Him and Waletsko, both 5th rounders, I think will battle it out for swing tackle. Now, if we don't go this route, then we'll go the route that I would like to go that seems to make the most sense, which is with $24 million in the bank, free agency. Well, you got guys like Dalton Reisner, Trey Turner, and very soon to be Andrew Norwell. Washington fans seem to think that Norwell is beyond cooked. Let us decide that. Let our new offensive line coach, who came from Seattle, Mike Flores, I forget the man's name. Good offensive line coach. Let him call in Reisner and Norwell for a cup of coffee, have an interview, and have a workout. Both of them play left guard. We bring them in, and if one of them really shines and looks really good in a workout and shines in training camp and is a solid left guard, then Tyler can stay where he's at left tackle. And then Jerry Jones will make the executive decision whether to put Tyron at right tackle or Steele at right tackle, which in that case, he'll probably put Tyron at right tackle which, fine. I mean, it's not bad. And when he goes down, then you got Tyron Steele to jump into his place. That's, great depth right there on the right side. And then if Tyler goes down for a couple games, you got Asim Richards or Waletsko or Chuma to step in for him. The 6 different offensive lineups that we can have is what they have right now as Tyron Smith, Tyler Smith, Dash, Martin, and Steele. Or it could go to Tyler Smith, Chuma Adoga, shining, winning the left guard spot, Dash, Martin, and Ty Smith at right tackle. Or it could be Tyler Smith, left tackle, Dalton Reisner, left guard, Dash, Martin, and Steele. Or it could be Tyler Smith at left tackle, and Matt Farniak shines at left guard in training camp. We drafted him third day in 2021. Maybe he shines and takes over that left guard spot. He's a flex center also. So it could be Tyler Smith, Matt Farniak, Dash, Martin, and Steele or Smith. And it could be also Tyler Smith at left tackle, the rookie Asim Richard at left guard, Dash at center, Martin at right guard, and either Ty Smith or Steele at right tackle. And last but not least, it could be Tyler Smith at left tackle, Andrew Norwell at left guard, who at one time, Norwell was the highest paid left guard in the league. And if he's got a year or two left in the tank of high quality play, or at least play that's better than the 2 Connors, yeah, Dash, Martin, and Steele or Smith. Now, what I don't know is if we get a left guard and we keep Tyler at left tackle and Steele's ready to go, is Jerry Jones, being that he loves his guys and he knows Ty Smith for a long time now, is he going to keep him at right tackle and put Tyron Steele on the bench? Which we all know is the wrong move. Because this team is going to be a run-first team. We want to win TOP. We want to control the clock. A good a good offensive line can make any running back look good. In 2014, DeMarco Murray led the league in rushing, right? Everybody was healthy. And we had Frederick, and it was Zach Martin's rookie year. The next season, when Tony Romo goes down, and everybody knows that we're going to run the ball, Joseph Randall still was number 4 in the league in rushing. 4th leading rusher, Joseph Randall, in 2015. So if you have a good offensive line, any running back can run behind it and look good. I mean, that's just a fact. Unless the running back is just really bad. If our offensive line last season, towards the back end of last season, was playing top notch, Elliott wouldn't have gotten all those 1-yard runs in a cloud of smoke. He'd have looked like he looked in the first 13 games when he's getting 4.2 yards a carry. So what we do with this offensive line this offseason in training camp is going to be the make or break to if we can get over the hump or not. Every other position is sealed up and depthed up. Safety, great starters, great depth. I mean, Hooker, Wilson, Kurtz. Your depth pieces are Izzy McQuamu, Marquise Bell. Cornerback, Diggs, Gilmore, Bland. For depth pieces, you got veteran Jordan Lewis and Eric Scott Jr., who's looking pretty good so far as a 6th-round rookie, and possibly Nashawn Wright or Kelvin Joseph make the team and get a little bit better. But still, you got depth at the corner position. Defensive line, depth at the wazoo. Linebacker, depth at the wazoo. Because Micah Parsons is both. And if Jabril Cox carries into the OTAs what he carries in a training camp of what he did in OTAs, then our linebacking core has good depth with Van Der Esch, Clark, Jabril Cox, and then Overshawn. And then we've got Isaiah Land and a couple of DFAs that we like, and Micah Parsons, who will still play linebacker from time to time. Wide receiver, major depth. I mean, Lamb, Cooks, Gallup, Tolbert supposedly looking a lot better now than he did a year before. Fajogo. I would still like to bring in Ty. We brought him in late last season, and did he make plays when he needed to? He's not, a world beater no more, but against the Eagles, his first game with us, he had two plays, and they were humongous impact plays. After we're down 10-0, actually it's 7-10, and we're driving the football. Actually, I think it was 10-0. It's 4th and 8. We go for it. We run an out route, throw it to Ty, and he runs it so well. Darius Slay has to grab him, gets a flag, first down. We wind up scoring a touchdown on that drive. Big time play by Hilton. And then the second one, we all know, the infamous 3rd and 30, which kept the drive alive, ended in a touchdown. And then the games after that, he's just a key guy on 3rd down, knows where the sticks are at, savvy veteran. I'd like to, but besides that, we have depth there. We have depth at tight end. We have the 4 horsemen, all Big Ten tight ends, guys that are tough and can play in the cold and can block. McEwen, is last on the list. Hendershot, Shoemaker, and Ferguson will be number 1. We just got to bring in one more back. I mean, hell, honestly, we might have our running back 2 on the roster already. Malik Davis might have a shining second season because as a rookie, he looked damn good every time he got the ball. He looked really good, and he could be running back number 2 this year and be good at it, be very effective. Undrafted free agent, Malik Davis, overlooked last season. If y'all remember, anytime he got the ball, he looked good. Offensive line is the only question mark that we have on this team. And that's not where you want your question mark to be at. You'd rather it be linebacker or safety, something like that. Not offensive line, because the trenches are what wins it in January. Especially in NFC, when to get to the Super Bowl, you're going to have to play San Francisco and Philadelphia. One of the two, or most likely both. And we play them in the regular season also. 1 against San Fran, 2 against Philly. And showed you that defensive line that they're bringing. So I love the lineup of Tyron Smith, Tyler, P-Dash, Martin, and Steele. That is the best 5. I love the idea of bringing in a left guard. But I don't think we do that. I don't think we do that. $24 million in the bank, unless we get an injury, in training camp. I would love it to be my favorite 5 would be Tyler Smith, Reisner, B-Dash, Martin, and Steele. That'd be my 5 with Ty Smith as your swing tackle. But if our starting 5 is Tyron Smith, Tyler, B-Dash, Martin, and Steele, that is still a very damn good starting 5 right there. And if we can have Matt Waletsko or Asim Richards be able to step in at left tackle, if just assume Ty Smith misses 6 games like he did in 21. If they could step in those 6 games and play at a high level and not screw the pooch, and Ty Smith goes into the postseason healthy and ready to go, then we got something. Because Tyler Smith could be a really good left guard. And he's very athletic and fast, and he can pull very well. And B-Dash looked really good last year opposed to the year before in his rookie year. Now going into his contract year, you better believe this Wisconsin boy is going to be playing center. So having Tyler and Zach Martin as your guards, you really couldn't ask for better than that. And then Ty Smith and Steele as your tackles. I mean, you're looking at all-pro offensive line right there. Depth is the only key to it. Swing tackle, like I said, Cam Fleming was a great swing tackle. I believe Asim Richards or Matt Waletsko. I think Waletsko, for some reason, I think he's going to be a baller. This year, he's going to be a swing. And then after that, he's going to either start here or after his rookie contract is up, he's going to be a starter somewhere else. I think the kid's got it. 6'8", 310 pounds, got all the intangibles. Really wanted to see what he could do last season. If he was healthy last season, he might have played left tackle. Who knows? Tyler might have stayed at left guard. But if this offensive line plays to its capability, and the starting 5 is what they have on paper now, and our offensive line coach gets the most out of him, and Ty Smith can stay healthy, that's the key. If Ty Smith can miss just 3 games, like he did 4 straight seasons from 16 to 19, that'd be beautiful, because he played in 14 then. And every Wednesday, the plan is every Wednesday for him to rest, sit out of practice, because he really don't need them practice reps. And probably Zach Martin too. Him and Zach Martin, Wednesday, they don't practice. They rest. They sit down and watch. So this offensive line, they brought in this new offensive line coach. So this O-line will be good, not just half the season like 2021 or 3/4 of the year like last year, but all season. To where the running game isn't, number 2 overall the first half of the year and then disappears the second half, or is, very good 3/4 of the season and then drops off towards the end of the year. No, good all year and going into the tournament. Tyron Smith's health could be the biggest factor of this season. If Tyron Smith could pull off a miracle and play all season at a high level and not miss a game, now we're talking scary. Now we're talking, top 5 offensive line. If Ty Smith, who recovered at remarkable pace last season, under 4 months, hamstring off the bone, comes back in the nick of time, that shows that the man loves the game. The man loves to play ball. I mean, he could have had that torn hamstring and said, okay, I'm going to just chill the rest of the year. I'm going to, milk my rehab and collect my $17 million and just chill. No, he didn't do that. He vigorously rehabbed and got back less than 4 months, and then started the last 6 games of the season, the last 4 of the regular season, the last 2 playoff games. So he played 6 games in a row without getting nicked up, coming off that injury. That's a good sign. He played all 4 games and then 2 postseason games and didn't miss a play, didn't get rolled up on nothing like that. So if he can play like that this season at left tackle, I'd like Tyler to stay at left tackle, to keep growing, but Tyler, I think, is a very special talent, kind of like Larry Allen. Larry Allen was left guard. That was his position. And then when he had to play left tackle, he played left tackle, and he played it just as well as he played left guard. Then he went back to left guard. So if Tyler played left tackle last season, and he's at left guard this year, and say Ty plays another season, and possibly Tyler's left guard again for one more year, I think he can go back to left tackle whenever 77 hangs it up and be elite. I think he's just gifted in that way on the left side of the line. And he's very, very, very powerful. So having him at left guard opposed to the 2 Connors and Zach Martin, that excites me. I mean, he'd be a better left guard than Dalton Reisner or Andrew Norwell also. The reason why I want, Reisner or Norwell to be left guard and, Tyler to be left tackle and Ty to be swing is because I'm worried about Ty's health. But if Tyron Smith can play the majority of the season and then be in good shape going into the postseason, we're golden. Or if Ty Smith somehow gets on a different regimen, takes care of his body differently, and plays the whole season healthy, like I said, that's scary. That's going to be a damn good offensive line right there. That's going to be as good as Philly's offensive line. If Ty Smith can play all season healthy, that matches Philly's O-line. That matches anybody with a good offensive line. The Eagles have the best. Last season, they had the best O-line. And only losing Isaac Samalu, you're going to put Cam Jurgens in, who is going to be the successor for Jason Kelsey whenever he retires. But he can also play guard opposed to center. So he'll be playing right guard this year as a sophomore. Hasn't played NFL snaps, so we'll see how he fares at right guard. I'm hoping that he's a little bit behind the ears and Mozzie Smith or Hankins can really bring it to him when we meet him twice this season. But the health of Tyron Smith could possibly be the biggest factor of this season. If he can keep that clean in the pocket on his blind side, and if he can also push guys out of the way and make holes for the run game and pull, run up field, and be that dominant left tackle that he can be. I know he's only 32. That's old in football years. He came in the league young. He was drafted at 20 years old. That's why I was kind of tripping, because he was drafted in 2011. Zach Martin was drafted in 2014, but they're the same age. Ty Smith came in at 20. So that's why, his body is aged in the NFL. But here we go. We'll see. Training camp, our main focus will be the offensive line. And if it looks good, they're not going to bring in a free agent left guard. Only if injury happens. And let's hope that Waletsko, Asim Richards, and Aduga, all 3 play great. All of them. All 3 of them. Richards plays good at tackle and guard. Aduga, same thing. And that Waletsko plays hella swing tackle. If that happens, we'll be in good shape. All right, guys. That's it for this episode. Please subscribe, like, and share. Every subscriber counts, guys. Tomorrow morning, when I look at my phone if I see there's some more subscribers, that warms my heart. You get me to that 1,000 subscriber mark, this channel will morph into a gym. I'm telling you, it's an investment on your part, and it's free. It's the best thing about it. It costs you nothing. So, one more time, guys, if you watch this till the end, you're a real one. On the count of 3, everybody hit that subscribe button. 1, 2, 3, and we're subscribed. On 3, everybody hit that like button. 1, 2, 3, and this video is liked. As Mike Fisher says, it helps beat the algorithms and lets YouTube know that Cowboy Nation, keep God first and foremost. He comes before everything, even this. Seek Him and His righteousness, and everything else in your life will fall into place. I am a living testimony of that. I've been on mountaintops and in valleys. I'm in a valley right now, but I'm soon about to be back on the mountaintop. Trust in God. He provides you what you need for that day every day. If you have any questions about the Lord or Christ, ask me. I'm not trying to turn this into a religious program, but feel free to ask. It's one of my duties on earth. But Cowboy Nation, have a good weekend. Be safe. Don't do nothing I wouldn't do. And enjoy this time between minicamp and training camp. It's really kind of a dull time. Dalvin Cook, wants $10 million. Jerry Jones, you said that you would write an obscene check to win one more Super Bowl. Well, damn it, go sign Dalvin Cook. He's had 4 straight 1,100-yard seasons. Him and Tony Pollard would make such a hell of a combination. Oh, my goodness. And then bring back Elliott also as a power back and to pass protect. And then Deuce Vaughn can be the gadget guy and get a couple carries as a rookie. Put your money where your mouth is, Jerry. You got $24 million in cap space. And if we extend Dak, that's $20 more million. That's $44 million in cap space. And Dak will get extended probably before training camp. So that'll create an extra $20 million in the cap right now. So 24 will go to 44. And in that case, I mean, that'll allow us to be able to sign Trayvon, CD, Steele, and Micah. But it'll also allow us to go out and get some old vets for one-year deals like Eagles did last season. Sue and Linville Joseph made big difference on the defensive line late last season. You know, go get guys like that. Go get a Dalton Reisner to either start at guard or be a good guard depth piece. And Cooks. Could you imagine Cooks and Pollard in the same backfield? You know, Cooks gets gassed, then put in Pollard. Man, shoot, man. Cooks gets 20 carries, Pollard gets 15. They both probably average over 5 yards a carry, especially with this offensive line that we're talking about. Our running game would be nuts. Unstoppable. And then bring in Zeke as that banger back in the fourth quarter to wear down the other team and seal the deal with that defense we have. Cowboy fans, get your popcorn ready, like Terrell Owens said in 2006. When he said that, I think he was just channeling himself 17 years down the road when we're actually going to make a real run. Get your popcorn ready, guys, because it's going to be a show. That's it for this episode. Please subscribe, like, and share it, guys. Every one of y'all counts. I love each and every one of y'all guys. Cowboy Nation, we are brothers and sisters. We stick together, and this is our year. This is our year. I ain't seen a roster this good since 95 when I was in the 3rd grade. I ain't seen a roster this good since then. Better than 2014, better than 07, better than 18, better than last season. We got a special unit here, guys. And offensive line is a key, and Tyron Smith could be the key to everything. All right, guys, that's it for this episode. I'll catch you on the flip side. Charles and Charge is out.